right, good morning, everyone. Live from the Fly on the Wall Productions, North Main Street in Barrie. We've got you. You've got us. We've got you. We're at a frosty 11 degrees this morning here in the North Country from North Main Street in Barrie. And Raylene, do you know the forecast with Roger Hill? Do you know what he's saying?
Well, we could possibly have a wintry mix later on today. We're supposed to get a light wind in the 30s. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. I heard about that.
Sorry, I'll silence my phone.
Yeah, please, Paul. God, what are you doing?
And
How many times have I
I'm
told
still
you?
new. I'm still new here.
But nicer tomorrow, as far as warmth goes in the 40s. And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
I'm just
some
having
rain
I'm
coming
just
in
having a
Thursday.
gander here. So things could get a little slick.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
The southern part of the state has an advisory. We do not.
Okay.
Drive recklessly, folks. No
yeah,
advisory.
Yeah. Yeah, drive recklessly.
Be on your worst behavior.
Yeah.
If there's no advisory from the powers that be, the authorities, then we just run around like knuckleheads.
We do anyways, though.
Nah, not all of us.
So Roger's saying mostly sunny and 36.
Checks out.
So
Pretty sunny out there right
you're
now.
right. Periods of snow this afternoon with a wintry precipitation possible. So you're right, Raylene. Not that I was questioning.
Well, it sounds
or
like you're
anything.
questioning.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, right from the start, she started talking, and then you were just gone, and you're like, oh, I'm going to look this up in the middle of her sentence.
No.
That's what I observed.
Not at
It's
all.
the
I observed
typical JD stuff.
Cloudy and
I
31
do that too.
tonight.
That's why it's easy for me to spot it, because I do that. I'll ask a person a question, they start talking, and I start talking about something else.
Oh, yeah. Do you know the high tomorrow, Paul? Didn't think so. 39,
I was gonna
overcast
say 40.
skies. Yeah, and then 39. My God, what is this, Paul? Is this global warming? What is this? What is this?
Weather. I don't know. I haven't been around long
39?
enough to know what the cycles of weather
You haven't?
patterns go. No, I've been around.
I
Short time.
learned yesterday at the Fairbanks Museum that the sun is actually cooling, and as it's cooling, it's expanding and getting bigger and bigger, and then at some point,
Right,
it's gonna go
cold
poof.
because cold things shrink. I mean, expand. Yeah, sure, whatever. Who cares?
It's what they
Look,
said.
whatever. When Walt Disney says Mickey Mouse can do this, Mickey Mouse can do it because he created Mickey Mouse.
I'm just saying it's what they said at the Fairbanks.
Yeah, that's what they said.
That it's cooling, it's expanding, and pretty soon it's going to go poof.
Sure.
And it's going to just blow the earth
Yeah,
right to shit.
fear, monger that fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
We'll all be dead. The three of us will be dead at this point anyway. So it's
Oh,
not
way
like
before. No, we die in like 3 weeks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is that when that bus-sized asteroid
No, I just made that up.
comes? Oh.
No, I was
Oh
just
my God.
making a joke.
You're scaring everyone else.
Yeah, that's what everybody's doing is fear mongering. The sun's gonna blow up. Okay, what are we gonna do about it? Zilch. Can it even blow up? Look how. Whatever.
I have pictures. I have proof. I'm going to put them on.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Show me
put
the
'em on.
proof.
I'm gonna.
Show it to me.
You wait.
Yeah, give me the pictures that aren't artist renditions.
Raylene, what do we have? Is this weekend this dumpster dive? It is.
It is.
For Chad?
It is. Yes, it is.
How the hell am I going to do this?
Have you been doing your Wim
You're
Hof?
gonna do it. You're gonna put on your
Hof.
big boy panties, and you're gonna do it.
My big boy sparkly blue
Yes,
Speedo.
because it is for a very important cause, and so you're gonna suck it up, Buttercup, and dive in that dumpster.
Banana hammock.
Whatever you want to call it, dear.
Children's Hospital
Just
at
get in the
Dartmouth
damn
Hitchcock Medical.
dumpster.
Yes. Wilkins Harley Davidson. They're filling a dumpster, Paul, with freezing water and chunks of ice and snow and all that shit. And there's several of us that are going to jump in this dumpster, all for money raised for the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center.
Yes.
Friday morning, John Lyon will be here.
Yes.
Bill Dodge from the Berlin Police Department will also be here. He's
Berlin,
gonna,
Barrytown.
Barrytown. That's Barrytown. He'll be here. He's jumping in the dumpster. Mm-hmm. Do we have to be in there for a certain amount of time? Do we know? Can we
I don't know. I think you just get in, get out.
Have you practiced getting in and out of a dumpster filled with water recently? This could take a while.
It's funny
For
that you
him,
mention that.
I don't believe there's a ladder in there. I'm thinking that he may need help.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm still pissed at Raylene because she was misleading, deceptive, manipulative. Told me you're going to be dumpster diving, and I'm like, all right, so I'm diving into a dumpster full of trash. Then she tells me that the dumpster's going to be full of ice water.
It's not my fault. Listen, I said you were diving into a dumpster. I did not fib. You're the one that was full of
It was
assumption.
manipulative?
Yeah, you
It was
was-
manipulative.
You didn't ask,
You-
well, maybe, but you didn't ask any questions.
Right, he was full of assumption.
You always got to read before you sign, man.
Right, he was full of assumption and just automatically said yes. So,
Deceptive?
you know, hey,
Maybe you can pay more than what's been raised to get you to jump in the dumpster, and then pay that amount to not have to go into the dumpster.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I like that.
Money will get you at anything.
Also, Saturday is the Valentine Dance at Bethany Church that night from 6 to 9. Thursday the 16th is game night over at Delicate Decadence from 6 to 8. On Saturday the 18th is snowshoeing over at the North Branch Nature Center from 11 to 1. Lily and I are planning on doing that. Thursday the 23rd is Variety Night at Three Mountain Cafe in Waitsfield from 6 to 8. And then the Brittany Burt Bingo, we talked about it yesterday, right here in town. It's going to be Saturday the 26th. At the
Sunday the 26th.
Sorry.
Saturday the 25th is the wing eating contest. And Sunday the 26th is the Brittany Burt Memorial Bingo game.
And where is that going to be held? Both at
Both
the
of-
VFW?
Both at the VFW, post 790 on Route 302 in Barrie.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. And this Friday night at the BOR, come from 8:45 to 10:15, the Badeau boys will be playing hockey. Three
Okay.
generations, the brothers, the sons, all of that. They're going to be playing hockey up there Friday night. And so come on up, support them, and let's show them some love because let's face it, that's pretty awesome.
They've
That's
been
a lot of years.
Skating for a long
A
time.
long time. And I will be up there and I will be live because apparently there's quite the history with the Badeaux and hockey and
I think
the
that's
BOR.
cool as hell. That's fantastic. I love it. I just love bringing local stuff like
Me
this.
too, especially something
onto
like
the
that. I mean,
podcast.
Gianni skating with his son and his 82-year-old father.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty cool to see.
And his name is Victor.
Victor.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. These names are kind of scaring me a little bit. Gianni and Victor. You're going to come up and
You
go
should
skate
be. They
with us?
bust your
Break your
legs.
fucking legs.
That's right.
Your family and your family.
Yeah.
Come up
I'm
and
pretty
go
sure
skate
that they're
with Gianni.
French, though.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You never heard of the French mob? Is there a French mob?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a movie called The French Connection, isn't there?
By the way, I was thinking of you yesterday.
Why?
This random stuff. Every now and then I think of Paul Brodie. They were just
As
doing this
most
thing on
people do.
Galileo and the telescope and the invention of the telescope up there at Fairbanks. And
Oh, of
all
course,
that.
you're in a museum, all this intellectual, academic stuff, right? And then
Yes.
Paul Brodie's name comes
And-
up. That makes sense.
Well, and then they were talking about when it was discovered, I think it was in the 16th century, that the Earth was flat. And I'm like, Paul Brodie, right there. That's Paul Brodie.
Question everything.
Yes. That's a good shirt, too. When are we going to go into the shirt-making business?
Whenever you want
Question
to.
everything. I love
You got
that.
you got a sponsor for your shirt sponsor, Bevins, right?
Yes. Yikes.
JD is always going to go into business making something.
But
Not
he
too
doesn't.
long ago, it was candles. Just saying.
My daughter and I make candles at Christmas time. I made them for gifts for people.
Oh,
Do you
he was
really?
going to
We
put
did
them in
this-
beer bottles.
This is the first time we did it. It's a lot harder than I had imagined it would be.
Did you burn yourself?
No.
All right. That's cool as hell. Dude, I'll come over and hang out with you
All
guys
right.
sometime.
Come over and make some candles. Yeah.
Can we paint our nails?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, my God.
My family gathering place for Washington County mental health, something that is ongoing. It is the third Thursday of the month. Yes. So that's coming up. That's from 5 to 6:30 right over here on Summer Street.
And tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday.
Yes. Let's see. There's going to be There's tomorrow, and then there's the 15th, and that's it. Mm-hmm. So
No, I think there's one more, actually. Don't want to correct you, but there is, I believe, one more because they had to cancel one due to weather.
you want to put some cash
So
on it?
they're going to have a makeup one.
put
Put some
cash
cash
on it.
right now.
How
I'll
much?
put a whole dollar on it right now.
I'll put 2.
I might even go $1.50.
All right.
All right.
We're on.
We're on for $1.50.
They're making it up. I made the announcement online.
I don't give a shit.
So I'm
I got
pretty
$1.50
sure
on it. The
that-
final one is the 15th.
I wasn't
All
paying
right.
any attention.
All
I
right.
just,
Get involved.
I just heard money and I wanted to get in on the action. So I don't know what I just
Is
bet a
the
dollar on.
15th the makeup one?
What do I put a
Don't
dollar on?
ask. You can't ask. Who said you could ask questions?
Well, I'm just telling you.
Don't
One
ask
of them
questions.
is a makeup.
All right.
I could tell you the exact date if you give me about 2 seconds.
Tonight at the American Legion is.
I don't know what happened, but I think I lost $2.
There's. Paul, why are you paying my bet? This is
No,
my.
I was putting in on it too.
He
I was
putting on
joining.
it too.
Oh,
But if I say that I'm putting money on this
gosh.
and we're on live, do you get kicked off?
that's cash exchange.
Yeah.
Yes.
For Gantz Gambling,
Mark
it's-
is watching.
I don't know who Mark is.
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Or not Wahlberg. Zuckerberg.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Cut that out!
Oh my God.
Your brother Donnie was my favorite in NKO TV back in 1991.
For the love of all things.
Wahlberg. Did I say Wahlberg?
I heard Wahlberg. I don't know what you said.
Did I say Wahlberg in the sense that you thought I said Wahlberg?
I heard you say it. I don't know if you said it or not.
Tuesday night, which is tonight, the American Legion has their Tuesday night meals. It is beef stroganoff, and it's dine-in. It's take-out. It starts at 5:30. You have to call Paul to reserve. You don't just show up like an asshat and expect your beef stroganoff tonight. You have to call ahead, 479-9058.
That's the wrong number. My number is 622
Oh, my God.
1022.
And then you can dine in or take out. And if you're dining in, stick around, play some bingo.
Yeah.
Because bingo every Tuesday night. And
6 o'clock bingo.
regretfully, due to the storm coming in during the hours of Wellness Wednesday and the distance some participants and providers travel, we will be canceling tonight's and adding a February 22nd session. Everyone booked for this evening will be contacted. Thank you for your understanding. Here.
What happened?
We gotta make sure. I can't see.
Was this what we were wagering on?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Paul, can I
we're
borrow?
buying
Just so
really-
you know, JD lost.
yeah.
Can I
Well,
borrow $1.50 from you?
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks. I'll pay you back as soon
Sure.
as I possibly can.
I
Just
don't
telling
expect
you.
anything back.
Just saying.
I don't loan money anymore. I only give. If somebody asks me it, I don't expect it back because that only causes problems.
Yeah, and interest gets accrued. It's
Mm-hmm.
messy. Raylene, what else do we have for our community calendar? What are we missing?
I don't know. Are you going to trust the fact that I know what I'm talking about?
I'm not.
I'm just
I'm not
curious.
prepared to answer that right
Yeah. All
now. You
right.
have to speak with my lawyer.
Well, we have the stuff going on at the library this Thursday evening.
Oh my God!
So,
Yes.
the offers and needs market, a 2-hour guided process where people meet to identify and exchange passions, knowledge, skills, resources, opportunities, and needs. Dinner is included. There's limit to 25 people, and they ask that you RSVP to aldrichdirector@gmail.com or at the main desk to save a spot. We've posted it on the page, posted it again this morning, and there is one of those little QR code thingies that I still have a hard time.
Okay.
Making work ever.
I'm just reading my note here from Nicole. Mm-hmm. She might come on Thursday at some point. So
So we have that going on
and
as well.
she's facilitating all this. She's organizing. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is this stuff. This kind of
Fantastic.
stuff is fantastic.
Yes.
Talk about.
And they have a lot of stuff going on over there, a lot. People should really keep track of their Facebook page and see all the good things that they have going on over there.
What else?
City Council
else?
tonight.
City Council tonight.
Probably going to be,
Warm?
it will definitely, I think it will it's my prediction that it'll get a little warm here and there. Not a big fight, but there's some stuff that's going to be discussed that has not ever been discussed before.
All right.
It's never been presented this way to the council, and it's going to be tonight. So,
Okay.
people should tune in.
Okay.
I mean, you can go in person or by Zoom, so there's really no excuse.
Except for that it's not interesting to you.
No, it can
If
be.
it's true.
It can be.
We could get together at your house, make candles, and listen to the city council meeting.
We could. And then, once that's over, we switch over to the State of the Union address.
Oh!
It'd be the best night of our lives.
I forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
tonight, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is.
Very forgettable.
I'll tell you what I'm very concerned about, and I'm serious, going into this new day here. Beyonce tickets. There's going to be a serious shortage here. How are we going to get our Beyonce tickets now for the tour? Look at what happened with Taylor Swift and that whole kerfuffle. And now there's a real concern that we may not be able to get enough.
I'm not concerned. Are you concerned?
I'm not concerned. I have
I'm not
no
concerned.
Are you
intention to go to see
Are you both going to
the
be
Beyonce.
okay?
I'm already
I'm
okay.
Great.
All
I don't
right.
even
Are you
know
gonna
who
be
the
okay?
hell Beyonce
Well,
is.
I was kind of gunning
I know
for
who
some
she is, but I'm not interested.
Beyonce tickets. I mean, everyone is concerned. There's a lot of concern. Ticketmaster. I mean, they're putting out all kinds of statements now saying, we know what mistakes we made with the whole Taylor Swift thing. We're going to try so hard to make sure that our site doesn't crash
And our profit margins rise.
and our. Well, of course.
Something
they
that was
do.
the whole thing. Wasn't the Ticketmaster issue was that they started to try and ward off scalpers, because so they opened it, they say starting at 10 a.m. you can buy tickets for this event.
Yes.
And then people would go in there and buy 100 tickets all at once.
Yeah.
And then they would try and sell them on the aftermarket,
Sure.
secondary market. And they wanted to prevent that, so they made it if there was like rapid purchasing, then the ticket price would go up.
Sure.
I think that's what was
That-
going on.
that's exactly
And so
what it
because
is.
you've got 100 million people, I don't know who likes Taylor Swift, but all these people who like how many?
Paul,
I know
more
people
than
like Taylor
100
Swift.
million. Come on.
However, 300 billion people like Taylor Swift, and they all wanted to buy their tickets at the same time, and so the price went up.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's what happened. Is that correct?
That is.
Okay, that's
in
my understanding
layman's
of it.
terms, yes. In ways
So-
that I can
So
understand.
now they're concerned that their effort to stop scalping but increase their profits is backfiring because now people are upset, and so now they have to save face
Sure.
and put a new spin on it and say it was a computer problem, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making
have
this up.
Have you heard, both of you, have you heard what the front row ticket for Taylor Swift is?
It's safe to assume that I have not.
Right. I mean, like, you couldn't get any more front row. Reach out and touch. Have you heard?
I have not heard.
This is for one seat, and you're not even going to be sitting. You're going to be standing.
Right.
So for that space, we'll put the camera.
Keep
on
building
you.
it up.
I just,
Keep
I'm
building it up.
building
All
it.
right.
I'm building
Yeah,
it right now.
Keep building.
$80,000.
I think it's disgusting.
I do
mean-
not earn enough money. Yeah, I don't earn enough. I don't make enough money in 1 year to buy that ticket.
I feel so bad for you because if you were making
And the majority of us are waiting for Veggie Van Gogh.
right,
I'm just saying.
I'm saying too. I feel bad for you, Paul, because
all
if
right.
you were making a couple of $1 million a year, you could go.
Yeah,
to
I could
that
go.
show.
I would have
but
bought two
now you
tickets.
can't.
I would have bought two tickets and sold one for 160.
But now you can't
No,
go.
I can't go.
So what are you going to do? You're going to be home miserable, knowing that you're not going to be at the Taylor Swift concert.
I don't know if I'll be miserable.
You're
Where is the closest event?
I'd be happy.
Boston. So I got to drive 3.5 hours and then get into gnarled traffic
to stand
to stand for $80,000. I can stand for free. Well, I can go a lot of places and stand for free in a crowd of
boy.
unruly people.
Oh, boy. I was going to drop out some examples for gift-giving ideas for Valentine's Day, and I wanted to ask you both.
I was going to
about
ask
that.
you if you knew of a place in town that sold any kind of things that might be good for Valentine's gifts. I didn't know if you knew of anything.
Well, I mean, there's Emsley's the Florist, which is right down the road.
Never heard of
here.
that one.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
go down there. Sherilyn will take care of you. 54% of guys out there are saying that that's what's going to be their gift for their lady.
The flower shop?
54% in America. 54%. 61% tickets to an event. So experiences. A concert, Beyonce.
Well, if I had 80,000, I would buy my wife Taylor Swift tickets.
There you
well,
go.
160,000, because I'd probably be going too. So
Now that's romance in its purest form.
My wife likes her.
Right there.
Yeah, you think so?
And just under flowers at 51%, a framed photo of the two of you, which, that's the way to go. Come on. You don't have to, maybe some tickets to the movie theater, go out for dinner. You don't have to go crazy, right?
Aren't you supposed to be dropping more names in your guide here, like all your sponsors and stuff? Isn't that how this works?
No, this is just off. Wouldn't that be a great idea? Just
Sure.
Couple of movie tickets and a dinner out somewhere. Come on.
I don't have great thought about Valentine's Day, to tell you the truth.
No, I want you to tell me the truth. What do you think? It's just was there some dude named Valentine who was running
No,
around with
it's
a
just
diaper
another
shooting people with
Hallmark holiday.
It's a Hallmark. So it's fabricated.
Manufactured.
Go back to the 13th century, and you'll see all about Saint Valentine and how he was alive.
Do you
and
know
well.
how much a card costs now? Like just a card is $10.
$10.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. And look at this guy. He's
I think
running around.
for holidays for women.
Yeah.
Mother's Day, I think, is important.
More than anything.
Mother's Day, Father's Day are important, and it's nice to remember somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
But all of the rest of this stuff is just like
Horseshit?
really.
It just depends on what you do with it. You can make any day a day.
Yeah,
That's what
I
you do
don't
with it.
know.
Right. Are you going to do anything for Kathy on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I'll get her flowers or something.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm not big into these things either, but
Right.
they don't offend me.
They don't offend you.
No, right, right. I'm
Just
not
a-
offended by it
It's a
either.
day. I mean,
but it just,
you can get swept up in all the pressure. There's a lot of pressure, social pressure. There's marketing pressure and stuff like that. So,
Big time.
but just that they do that about everything. Everything you see is just marketing. Everybody just wants something from you. Anything like all what we're doing here. This is just all this is marketing. Everything is marketing.
And if you don't do something for Valentine's Day for your significant
then you're
other,
an asshole.
You're an asshole.
Only according to them. So this gets back to this idea, this intrinsic, extrinsic motivation stuff we've been on this month. If you do not have peace inside of you because of you, then you're looking for these external things, and you think, I need to do this, otherwise people are going to judge me. If I don't do this, I'm not a good enough this or that. I'm not fulfilling my role. Who cares? Just if you have peace inside of yourself, do whatever makes you happy. Don't harm anybody and enjoy yourself. And so if you don't feel joy when you're serving somebody else, when you're doing something nice for somebody else, if you don't feel joy in that just for the sake of doing it, and you're relying on the feeling of reciprocity or expected reciprocity or something immediate, them saying thank you, if you demand that response from somebody in order to do something kind for someone, you're not doing it because of yourself, you're doing it because of these external factors.
You could say the same thing about Christmas.
Kind of.
Absolutely, any holiday.
Kind of. You're kind of doing
what?
it for yourself because you want your ego rubbed that you did something good.
Well, if that's that's an external thing though. So like so somebody has to rub the ego. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking to get someone to rub your ego, again, you don't have peace inside, or you're not connected with that. That's my theory.
Tina just wrote in and said,
Hi, Tina.
She says, how about just saying I love you on Valentine's
Sure.
Day?
yeah.
A big
yeah.
hug.
Right.
Exactly.
It's more meaningful.
Yeah.
I bought candy for my kids, a little heart, those tiny little heart box candy things at the Price Chopper a month ago. Mm-hmm. There's no like real meaning in that. I was like, oh, they're going to expect these. I'm going to get these because I'm here now and they have them. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm still giving to them because I love them. But you don't have to go through that motion. You can do whatever. So there's you can buy into all the holiday stuff and do it sincerely and do it with love and do it without any expectation of return. Do it because it brings you joy, or you can do it because you feel like you're forced to. Everything can be done from fear or love. Right?
Everything can be done from fear or love.
And so it's
fear being if I don't
people are going to judge me.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything that's not anything that's not love can be broken down into fear somehow. So
Yeah, and I'm just
fear,
guessing
projection, or
that the
anxiety or whatever,
majority is
depression.
done from fear.
A lot of everything. A lot of this stuff is all this pressure. A lot of things are.
I'm serious.
And you can have the exact same action. So I was talking to somebody about months ago. I don't know if I said to you or not, but like I gotta get my roof redone. My brother-in-law was like, "Well, I can help you with it. We'll do it." And I said, "I don't want to climb up on the roof because that terrifies me."
Yes.
And then I thought, well, I don't want to be motivated by fear. So instead of saying I'm afraid of being on the roof, I'm going to say I love being on the ground. And so if you say, "Hey, do you want to climb up on this roof and fix it with me?" I'm going to say, "No, I love being on the ground too much." And that makes me feel good when I say it. It makes me laugh a little bit. But when if you say, "Hey, do you want to climb up on this roof and fix it with me?" and I say, "No, I'm afraid of falling off and dying," then that creates a different feeling in me. So even just that just simple phrase. So in the way that we put our response into words, like how we frame it, can change the way you feel in that moment. And like Joe Dispenza says, the feeling precedes the event. The feeling is the most important thing. If you want to bring something into your life, you have to feel it first, and then the event happens. If you're dependent on the event, so that's the pressure we're talking about with holidays and stuff like that. I need to get these flowers. I need to get these tickets. I need to do this thing so this person will see that I love them, which is one of the 5 love languages. All these things are coming together. Of course, nobody can see it because they weren't in our message thread, but
that's all right.
All this stuff's coming together for JD and
we have interesting message threads, but that's it though. My God, I mean, you just tied it together. Mm-hmm. It's just what is this called? The law of
right. So the law of attraction is what I had been talking to you about.
Yeah,
and then that's where the love language. So it's the law of attraction. Then you thought 5 levels of attachment, and then I thought you meant the 5 love languages when you asked about a book. So
yeah,
we were both confused.
Well,
even though I brought it up, I still
I've learned an awful lot from you, man. I mean, it's just fascinating. And Dispenza, my God, I mean, Raylene, have you explored Joe Dispenza at all?
I have not.
You have to do that now. Right now.
Maybe I will not find as much joy in
you won't know.
You.
You won't know until you try. No, you don't have to. It's fine. You don't have to look them up either. You don't have to do anything.
You know what I see?
No pressure.
You know what I see a lot of this time of year, leading up to Valentine's Day, are the people that are single, that don't have someone in their lives, and what this holiday, quote unquote holiday, what it means for these folks. It's all about love and romance. What if they don't have any romance?
Well, then why not? But you don't need it.
Can they still celebrate Valentine's Day?
Why not?
Can you celebrate Hanukkah if you're not Jewish? Can you celebrate Christmas if you're not Christian?
There you go.
A lot of people celebrate Christmas without being a Christian.
And do you love your
They just
kids?
adapt
Do you
it.
love your dog? Does your dog love you back? You can snuggle on the couch with your dog if you want to for Valentine's Day. It can be anything you want it to be.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
It's your choice. It's
You
your
can
creation.
have a picnic in the park, a romantic picnic in the
People
park
can have
with your dog.
holidays
Yeah.
that I don't participate in.
I
and
celebrate.
I don't feel hurt.
I celebrate by drinking coffee.
Alone.
Yeah.
That's the worst kind of
Peace and
coffee
quiet.
drinking.
Freaking A, right?
Isn't that an indicator of problems if you're drinking alone? If only we had an addiction counselor.
There's a song about that.
Is there? I don't know songs.
Donna's asking if we have read the
Hi,
book,
Donna.
The Secret.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have.
that's what I'm
actually.
talking about. I haven't read the book, but I saw the terribly performed documentary. It's my opinion. I think it's terribly performed because they make it all cryptic looking. Like they got these little, these misty, smoky lettering forms on the screen with their quote, and it's like that's a really good quote. Why are you making it look scary?
Right.
I don't get it. And they got the music and stuff. The secret. It's not a secret. It's the universal law of action. I don't know. I just made that. I don't know what it is, but the law of attraction.
Tim Bolton,
Tim.
owner of Delicate Decadence.
I see him every day. I don't know if he knows who I am or not.
He doesn't. So
I work upstairs from you, Tim.
My God, Tim.
I wave to you. You wave to me. We say hi.
Yes.
By the elevator.
Right. Donna says, I read the entire book. There is no secret.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wait. Oh, wait. What do you mean? There's no law. Like the law of attraction doesn't work.
I don't know.
Okay. So Joe Dispenza again.
Yes.
I should just. I'm the Joe Dispenza promoter.
You are.
He doesn't need me, but I'm doing it anyway. If you want to buy tickets, he's the ticket that costs $80,000. If you want to talk about value,
agree.
His ticket should cost $80,000 based on what you're getting out of it. But it should be free because because nobody should, I don't know, you shouldn't charge for that kind of information. But in brief, the law of attraction, if we are energy beings and everything's run by energy, you can attract things by a resonant frequency. By your frequency, you attract into your experience. When I was in school at a music class, and the professor showed us you can make a piano string resonate from your voice. So he had someone stand behind the piano and sing a note, and then the piano string, once the note was hit, the piano string started to vibrate and you could hear it. And so nobody touched the string physically. It was just the vibration. And so this is resonant frequency. Now, I don't understand enough of this to really explain it, but this is what happens. And so you have a frequency coming out of modulation coming out of your voice is creating this vibration. And that vibration hits something else that has a resonant frequency. It means it vibrates at that same frequency. And I really don't understand what these things mean, but I've seen it happen, and so I know that it does. But then that string vibrates back to it, right? And that's I think that's what's going on with the crystal glass when you sing.
Yes,
it breaks.
right.
When you hit that right tone, that's the resonant frequency of that crystal or glass or whatever it is. Then it starts to vibrate, and when it vibrates, it shatters. And so there's an energy exchange going on all around us. The idea with the law of attraction is that we are attractive beings. We attract into our lives everything that we experience. We attract into our lives, or I like to say create. You create everything in your life, and when you feel the feeling that it creates. So if you look at, consider the different feelings as a vibration on a scale. So you got a scale of 0 to 1,000. The lower the vibration, the lower the number. Anger, fear, guilt, shame, and resentment, and all these emotions that aren't pleasant for us, don't feel good. And then as you go up higher, you've got neutrality, you've got forgiveness, acceptance, love, up to enlightenment or whatever. And so you have a number value for each one of these feelings. If you're vibrating in a low frequency, wherever you're vibrating, you're going to attract those things into your life. Whatever feeling you feel, the law of attraction says that the universe will provide for you events to justify the feeling you have.
Yeah.
If you are living in a low vibration feeling, if you're living in anger, then you're going to see a lot of things. Why does everything make me so angry?
Right.
And then we talked about this last week. Some people seem to look for these kind of things because you're already resonating. You're in that frequency already. You're harboring that frequency.
Sure.
So if I'm angry and I look around me, everything makes me more angry. It's not because the events are making me angry. It's because I'm angry that I'm creating
you're
events.
attracting that.
I'm finding the events. I'm bringing the events in. And the same goes for the other side with love and stuff like that.
You're like a magnet for it.
Right. We attract it into our lives. We don't repulse anything. We don't repel anything in our lives. We only attract.
Sure.
And this is difficult for people because if that's true, again, I don't know anything, right? I know nothing, okay? But if this is true, then, and I'm experiencing that where everything around me is making me feel angry,
Sure.
or I think I'm feeling angry and I'm blaming everything around me, or lonely, or afraid, or whatever the case might be,
paranoid, whatever it is.
Yeah. If I'm feeling guilty, shame, all that stuff. If I'm feeling those things, and I think it's those things that are doing it around me, and then someone like me comes along and says, "No, you're attracting that into your life," and they say, "Oh, I attracted this terrible event." I'm not going to give specifics, but I attracted this thing that hurt people or hurt me. I attracted this. Yes, you did, and that hurts. It's painful to feel that.
What
to
if
hear
you're
that.
just a victim of a circumstance?
Well, see, then there's that too, right? But I don't know. So this is why I don't know. I don't understand enough. But we don't talk about these things. This is why it's secret, because no one talks about this stuff.
Sure.
But if Joe Dispenza's out there, he's researching this. He's documenting it. He's finding that if you focus on health, your body becomes healthier.
I'm just thinking of things where it's like at night, shortly before Lily will go to bed, she will say something or do something. Like last night was an example where she had done some artwork, and she'll bring this to me and show me something, and some artwork or something that she did during the day. And she'll show it to me, and the look on her face, and what she says to me, and then good night, hug and kiss, and then she's off to bed. And like an hour later, that's sustaining. I can still hear her voice and see the look in her eyes when she was showing me this artwork. And I tried to allow that to sustain and overcome any other thoughts that I might have. Oh my God, I got to do this tomorrow, or oh my God, what happened today? Or, that was such a horrible experience today. Earlier, what happened? Like Raylene, someone's got in a car accident yesterday.
You attracted it.
No, he.
You
almost
attract.
got in
You
a car
attracted it.
accident.
But I'm trying to allow that experience with Lily to not only sustain, at least for the next couple of hours, but overpower any negative thoughts or experiences that I had previously that day or anticipatory for tomorrow, any kind of stress.
Yeah, she's vibrating the frequency of love,
Yeah.
and you were maybe feeling lower on the frequency scale, and so but you decided you wanted to increase your vibration. You wanted to feel that feeling instead because it made you feel better. So
Right.
you wanted to go to it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and there are things that happen to us. Nothing. Well, it depends. I mean, in the way events unfold, it seems like something's happening to us. But if you take the perspective that everything happens for you instead of to you, then it changes the way you're going to respond to it. But there are things that happen because we're all creating our own life. But because we're all intermingled here, I'm creating my life. But right now, you're creating your life, and Raylene's creating her life, and all three of us are combined here. And so, whose life wins out? Whose desire for how things go wins out? So we subject ourselves to different roles and stuff, and we give way to somebody else. And so, like here, this is your show. So we yield to you, maybe. I don't know. I guess, like socially, stereotypically, I don't know.
Look at how hard she's laughing right now.
Yeah.
We yield to you?
I mean,
Wow!
we didn't talk while you were
a wrap of shit!
you were doing your intro, and we didn't talk over you too much. So
Yeah.
But but like we each have our own life that we're living, and we're creating, and then those overlap, and so there's the life of everybody together, the dream of the world in the Toltec approach, Don Miguel Ruiz. There's the dream of the world, there's the dream of the individual. We each have our own dream. All those dreams come together. There's the dream of the world. Sometimes other people's dreams are going to encroach on yours, but that doesn't mean that it's not a good thing that it happened in your life.
Sure,
It might be painful.
Right.
It might not be wanted. It doesn't mean it's bad. And so like Hitler and those kind of massive examples, Mao Zedong and Stalin, these guys, they imposed their dream of the world onto a lot of people.
Everyone, yeah, right.
And did some really, they ended people's lives. And so did those people attract that into their life? I don't know. I can't say that. And so to me, it seems like no, probably not everybody who's massacred in these genocides and stuff attracted into their lives.
Yeah.
So there is some element of we're being encroached upon, but then you have to look at the experience. Is the experience good or bad, or is it just an experience? And we do not know why we're here. If we don't know why we're here, and I mean life, if we don't know why we exist, then how can we know if something's good or bad?
Yeah.
Because we don't know what the end result is. If I give you a test and I say answer these questions, 100 questions on it, you answer them all and you hand it back to me. How'd I do? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You gave me the test. Yeah, but I don't have any expectation for you. I don't have any answers. There's no answers. All open-ended questions. So what's the point of taking the test? I don't know. Did you enjoy it? Did you gain something? Did you learn from it? So this is what life is. We don't know. Everyone's got an opinion. Not everybody, but a lot of people have opinions about what we're doing here, what we're supposed to be doing, what the goal is, but we don't know it.
Yeah, but
And so when we attach to something in an unhealthy way, we deeply attach to an expectation that we have.
Yeah.
We put ourselves into a situation where if it doesn't go exactly down this road, then I'm going to be upset. And if I'm upset, I'm going to attract more things that are upsetting.
was I saying this yesterday about the budget for the Barrie Unified Union School District?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Was I?
Yeah.
I saw. So
In a way.
Raylene showed me
This budget's a
Tina
cluster.
Tina on the comment. I do know Tina. Hi, Tina.
Yes, and she's
didn't
got
say her last name, so
She's got the Ruth here.
Yeah.
She's got
yeah.
the spelling of
Tina's great.
dispenser is correct.
We
Is
answered.
correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm bringing my van there next Wednesday for inspection.
Oh.
Ruth
Good
is the
people.
bomb. Yeah, I've been going there for probably 12 years now, except for when I wasn't living in Barrie, but for a year or so.
She's running for council.
Yeah, I saw her name on the sign.
Yeah.
Donna just wrote
If I
in,
voted, I'd vote for her, but I don't vote.
when the greed for more natural instincts have gone astray, money, sex, pride, fame, jealousy, you become not enough. Read first 164 pages of the big book. Fabulous book.
What's the big book?
I guess she's...
Oh, the AA book?
I don't know.
That's the only big book I've ever heard.
I
referred
think
to
she's
as a
talking
big
about
book.
the Bible. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
I've read the Bible.
What did you think?
Which there are many different.
Nice.
No, you used to be a Mormon.
I used to be. I still am, technically. I'm on their list. I'm on their list.
You haven't,
Until they hear my opinions.
you haven't taken your name off the list?
No, I was part of it is my family still participates in it, and so just having been a participant of it, knowing how the records are kept and stuff like that, it's just easier to not take my name out of it. But also to me, it's not a binding contract. I was baptized when I was 8. At 8 years old, they said, "Do you want to be baptized?" Yes. Of course I did. My parents taught me that was the way, and so no other group, I think, can really takes an 8-year-old's statement as binding contract. So to me, it's null and void. Of course, I kind of reaffirmed that throughout my life as I grew up and accepted different things in the church and participated in different ways. So maybe you could say that I, by action, continued to enter into that contract, and I made covenants and within the church and their parameters. But I don't have any need for religion anymore. I don't believe that any of this the whole construct is.
What did you do?
False.
Did you dive in the pool one day and hit your head and woke up and said, "I'm not going to be a Mormon anymore"?
No, so I don't know. It was just there's a social pressure in that any kind of culture. Like how I did that. Subtle, right?
like how you did that.
I got one more minute. Yeah. So anytime you're getting in a group like that, there's a social pressure to appear a certain way. And so I feel like a lot of people are appearing a certain way and secretly judging themselves and feeling like I don't measure up. Everyone else here is doing it. Why am I not doing it? So it creates this big sense of guilt and shame, which I don't feel are helpful. Specifically for me, though, so I don't know. It's like a whole lifelong of really trying to live the standards and then struggling because it's unnatural. And then a couple years ago, I was on YouTube and I saw a video. It said Top 10 Problems with Mormonism Explained. And I never would have watched one of those things in the past because they tell you not to. Don't cloud your mind with these things. That's Satan leading you astray and all this kind of stuff. So I would avoid that kind of content in the past. But for whatever reason that day, I was like, I'm going to check this out. And so I watched this video, and there was 2 points. There's 10 different things. I knew all of them except for 2. One was the connection with Freemasonry. So in the Mormon temple, there's handshakes and symbols and signs and stuff, and you can see all this stuff on the YouTube now. You're not supposed to talk about it outside or whatever, but it's all on there. It's the exact same thing as the Freemasons' handshakes. Exact same thing. And so, as the story goes, Joseph Smith became a Freemason before he introduced the temple ceremony. And they say, well, the Freemasons got it right. They had leftover knowledge from Solomon's temple. Is one of the ways it was explained to me. So they have God's true knowledge. Joseph Smith is supposed to have restored the Church of Christ. All of the pieces existed, but they were broken apart.
Of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, well, so he put it together. He put the church back together. He took all the pieces with new revelation that was missing. So they claim that that's part of it. But for me, I'm like, nah, he was a Freemason. He stole their ceremony. That's why the secrecy, whatever. So, but that bothered me. There was so exactly the same thing. I said, well, this doesn't fit with the whole idea of revelation. To me, it didn't fit. And so I talked to the guys. I talked to the leaders, the priesthood leaders and stuff at church, and they didn't answer the question in a way that I felt made sense of it. And the other point was Joseph Smith's many wives. So I was 37 or something when I was seeing this stuff. And I think one time before, when I was in college, I went to BYU in Idaho, church Mormon run school, and I think one time in a religion class there, someone brought up that Joseph Smith had more than one wife because the polygamy was practiced by the Mormons in Utah after 1842. Prior to that, Joseph Smith was married to more than one woman, but it was secret, and other men were too, but they wouldn't tell anybody about it. And so they were secret about it. Why would you be secret about it if God commanded it? Well, because it was illegal. Okay, so God commanded you to do this illegal thing. Well, it's probably why
there's such a great light show up there, because he had so many ladies involved.
No, nobody knows about his though. That was right, but that bothered me. Because I was realizing, I thought, you know what, I've never actually. He had potentially 39 wives, 37 or 39 wives. A couple of them were 14, 15 years old. And people are like, well, they got married younger back then.
Joseph A. Smith?
Joseph. I don't know what his middle name initial is. Does he have one? Joseph Smith, not A. Smith.
I don't think Frig knows.
Joseph Smith Jr.
He just pulled it out of his ass.
I know he did, but I'm just thinking. I don't think. But so anyway, I had an issue with his many wives because it wasn't out in the open, right? And so they never talked about it. And the movies they made were always Joseph and his wife Emma, his primary wife, his first wife. Oh. And so it was like they made it out to be like this huge love story and all this. They made movies, and to me that's propaganda. This is all propaganda. My whole life, this is propaganda. They've lied to me. Why are they lying? Why are they covering this up? Either they think I don't want to know it, or like I can't handle it, or they don't want me to know it. And either way, that upset me. And so I said, well, if they're lying to me about this, what else are they lying about? And so I started to see that there's a lot of deception. And so I started researching it. And I found the church itself has put out this information. And they had put it out while I was practicing it, and I was aware of it, but I'd never read it because there's so much stuff. There's just so much stuff, and they tell you, read this, read this, read this. And so I never read these, but they have what's called the LDS Gospel Topics Essays. It's on their website, and it's readily available, but they don't push it. Like, they weren't teaching it. They had put them up on the internet starting in like 2012 or something like that. For a couple of years, they started putting up these essays where they talked about these controversial topics, like his polygamy. And so I read that, and I thought, well, I don't like this. And I read more into it. I don't like this stuff. And so I was telling the bishop at the time, he's like the pastor of our congregation, I was telling him about my confusion and whatnot, and he's like, well, where are you getting this information? And I said LDS.org, which they've changed now. It's now Church of Christ, Church of Jesus Christ.org or something like that. I know they changed the URL, but I said, I'm getting the information from the church, because I think he wanted to say, he's a good friend of mine, but I think he wanted to say, well, how do you trust that source? He couldn't say that. How do you respond to that? This information is upsetting to me. Well, where'd you get your information? From the church itself.
Wow.
Okay. Case closed. And so there's other things too. Something else I learned was that a big part of the Joseph Smith conversion process, or like if they're introducing the topic to somebody outside of the church, is what they call the first vision. Joseph Smith, when he was 14 years old, saw God and Jesus Christ. Right? And there's one account that gets told. They had us memorize it. I was a missionary for the church in 2004. I went to San Jose, California. They had us memorize this verse. And we cut out part of it. We didn't mention the part about Satan. Oh, that might be too much for somebody when they first hear about this. It's like, okay, why? So we were already censoring and abridging, but I took. Okay, yeah, well, let's just do it the way you said to do it. But there's only one account that ever gets told in the church. Well, there's 4 different accounts, and none of them were written down until 12 years after the event. And so the church has got one of these essays on this, and I'm reading this for the first time in my life. I'm 38 years old. I've been in this church. I've done everything. I'm a high priest in this church, and I'm like, this is new to me. How is this new to me? This should not be new to me. I should know this. But they didn't talk about it. Either because they thought that I wouldn't like it or I couldn't handle it. In either case, that's like, well, what? So you give me the information, let me decide. If you want to go on honesty and truth, honesty doesn't need to be protected. I mean, truth doesn't need to be protected. Everything should just be said, and then you decide if you like it or not. But so that was the basics of it, and I just decided this isn't fit. This isn't right.
Amazing.
There's a lot of deception, and so I parted ways, and my anxiety and depression and all this stuff just melted away.
Fascinating.
And in the last couple of years, I've realized my authentic self as much as I can. I've let go of the egoic illusion of self, the beliefs of that, and detached from those beliefs. When you detach from beliefs, you become free.
We never talk about politics or religion.
Never. Why would we do that?
Here on Aired Out. But we have city council tonight, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. And you may want Jesus there.
Will Tom Lozon be with us tomorrow morning?
I don't know yet. So we'll know before morning, but I'm not positive yet.
Okay.
We'll check in.
All right.
I'm assuming that it's tax season. So we'll see.
And then don't forget John Lyon and Bill Dodge are going to be with us on Friday morning. And maybe somebody else talking about the dumpster dive on Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 11th. Wow.
Yes.
Man. Stay warm, everybody. Drive carefully here over the next 24, 48. I'm just going 48, Paul, because I'm just covering my ass. Okay?
Yeah, no, you have
just
to do
going to
that.
go
Right.
to 48.
No, it's safe.
72.
Very responsible of you.
Just be careful driving here over the next couple
Or all the time. You can just be careful driving every time you drive.
And there's
for the rest
1
of
week
existence.
to this big holiday that you speak of, and get your pre-orders in at Emsley's.
Right.
Flowers and Gifts, because if you do that, there's some big savings.
That's
Check
right.
out the page.
And I should know this. Absolutely.
Will you deliver the flowers if I order them through Emsley's?
It's possible.
Not joking. Yes. I will
Excellent.
be delivering flowers
I will order flowers then.
all day on Valentine's
February
Day.
14th, last bit of advice, a single song coming out, 14th. So my sister wrote it. So if you're not into the love part of Valentine's Day, if you've been hurt by somebody, maybe this song will be resonant with you.
Is that going to drop on Valentine's Day?
Yeah. Goes live on streaming.
You'll make sure I get it so we can drop a link on there, too?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to it. I'll post it in the chat.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Paul
Have a
Brodie.
great day.
Raylene, thanks.
Paul Brodie, Raylene Minier. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
God bless.